we're going to have a little talk here. Okay. A lot of my submissives want to be a little whore. That's what they call it. They want to be a little sissy whore. Now, let me define whore for you. Whore is one of the less attractive words used to describe a woman who gets paid for sex. Okay? Now, there's been all kinds of words used over the years, like escort, lady of the night, hoe, and then there's whore, right? But the reality of it is still the fact that a whore is paid to have sex. So, as I've said before, a good whore would be somebody who is able to literally spend an hour with somebody that's paid them for an hour, and they spend 45 minutes of it talking and having great conversation. And then they spend 5 minutes of it actually doing something sexual. And then they spend the last 10 minutes getting dressed and, again, chatting and saying goodbye. Now, a slut, on the other hand, is somebody who spreads themselves all over town for free. So they sleep with everybody. Everybody's had a ride. So maybe they're married and they're sleeping with their husband's best friend, the mailman, the pool boy, the neighbors. Who knows? But they're not getting paid. That is a slut. So, stop telling me that you want to be a whore when we all know damn well that nobody's going to pay you to do something sexual. You're not even going to ask. You're not even thinking about that. All you're thinking about is doing something sexual with somebody. You don't care about money. So you are not trying to be a whore. Because a whore, even though the word whore is not very respectable sounding, and there are better choices of words, it still boils down to the same fact that a whore is somebody who gets paid. So at the end of the day, after whatever they've done sexually with whoever they've done it with, they have a wallet full of cash. That's right. There's a difference. A slut probably has to go to the doctor and get tested and probably gets nothing greater than an STD because they're spreading themselves all over town. Whores and sluts. Let's get it right, guys. There's a difference. And one last thing about a whore, by the way. Most good, reputable whores are some of the most educated people in terms of safe sex, safe sexual practices, and in general, safety when it comes to two people getting involved with each other. So sluts don't have that mentality. So that's why they end up with diseases and such, and whores don't. Because whores use protection. And sluts, they don't give a shit. So, don't ever let me hear you say that word again, unless you're genuinely in the business to make money. And that, my fans, takes a lot of maintenance, a lot of effort, a lot of advertising. So in other words, you need money to make money.